Will you get me a banner going as I tee it up?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep, I will.
All right. So the genesis for this, number one, just as you're setting it in, I live in Southern California. Okay. I have various two-wheeled machines because I like two wheels, motorized or pedal style. I like all of them equally. And I just went for a cruise to go run an errand because, the two wheels when there's traffic is pretty good. That was a bad idea. I got so much ash in my eyes, I can't even see. I was like, what is going on? And then finally dawned on me, all the ash. It's terrible over here. Well, we're going to talk about a very important topic. And it is equal parts debilitating, sad, infuriating, fighting words. And we're talking about trolls. Okay. So I saw a post in our Facebook group today. Okay. Where one of our customers, I'm not calling them out, they remain nameless, just got eviscerated by a troll. Okay. Eviscerated by a troll. What do I mean? It was something, I can't even remember it now, but it doesn't matter because I've seen so many. It was something along the lines of,
Me too.
Did your kid who is 4 years old in finger painting class make that art? Okay. That was the long and the short of it. Okay. And she was, deflated. That's a massive ego punch. Okay. And it comes from, what we're talking about here, trolls on the internet. And I felt like we had to make this broadcast. One, because we have, Nick and I both, years and years and millions of dollars spent on ads on social platforms. Okay. I don't even know how long. 10 years of social media marketing in general. Okay. We have run ads with every different artist imaginable, every different subject matter imaginable, photographers, painters, men, women, different cultures, different body types, different everything. Okay. And let me just tell you, it does not matter which out of any of them that we've used in our ads or we've used in our posts, every single solitary one of them gets these comments. Okay, gets these comments on a regular basis. And for a little bit of context, going back, we have to deal with the actual business ramifications of this, of which there's one, and then we have to deal with the personal ramifications. Okay, and I'll give you a little bit of context. So early on in the game, Facebook and later so Instagram really rewarded engagement in terms of comments on a post. Okay, so probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I would say. Okay, again, full disclosure, I'm a marketer. My job is to write catchy headlines to get attention. Okay, I wrote and recorded 2 podcasts about how you validate your art. Okay, I called them the Does My Art Suck Test Part 1 and 2. Terrible title in hindsight. Okay, I could have tuned it up. The lightning rod of comments that was back then was one of the craziest things ever. And Nick will tell you, for years, one, because it's my personality and my nature, I would get in there as a pugilist. Okay, I would fight. I would get in the muck. I would fight. I would go at it. And boy, that was the context of it early on. Also, early on, I would sit in there and put some of our artists in there. We would say, hey, we'd like to use you on our advertisement. Can we get some of your work? We'd create an ad, put them in there, and these trolls would come in, leaving these just ridiculous comments. Okay.
To this day.
Don't even get started with this day because I feel like it's ramped up. But we have one artist that, through a combination of determination, grit, right place, right time, talent, luck, is selling a tremendous amount. And when you're running paid traffic at a high level for a company, it takes like a little bit of a village. I hate that line, it takes a village, but it does, right? Like Nick's doing work, I'm doing work, I'm looking at his work, he's looking at my work, we're sort of covering for each other. And sometimes he would come in, okay, and I would get some troll comments, okay, and I would be agitated. All right. My kids would be driving me nuts, and I would fire off a diatribe. I mean, fighting words. If this was the 1800s, I would have taken the glove off, held it in this hand, went up to that person that commented, slapped them in the face and said, pistols at noon, pistols at noon, you and I, let's go, right? And I would get so defensive and so dejected and so angry because here's this artist, it's like my good friend, okay, that we're using in our ads, who I know, by the way, sells hundreds of thousands of dollars of art a year. You have produced nothing, you little, and you're leaving that comment like that, it would infuriate me, okay? I would get so defensive.
Me too.
Nick early too would get so defensive early on and so angry and so agitated. And he would come in and be like, dude, you got to delete that comment. You can't leave that comment. But I didn't want to. I wanted to drive to the person's house, pistols at dawn. I wanted to fight them, right? Like it's just the worst. Big picture, here's the important thing, okay? A couple of things. One, the line about pigs holds true. You know the line about pigs. The problem when you fight with pigs is you get in the mud, you get dirty, and the pig likes it, right? They hacked it. I can't remember what it is exactly, but it's that context. Number one, you never win with trolls, okay? You never, ever, ever, ever win with trolls. That's number one. Number two, everyone has the tendency to think that those trolly comments are a mirror, okay? That they're a mirror somehow reflecting on who you are, your message, your work, the quality of your work, your personality, potentially your looks. And that is our natural human tendency and reaction. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a long time. It's not a mirror, it's a window. And the window is into who they are. It's who they are as a person. It's how they're doing in their life. It's what's going on in their head. It's their lack of success. It's their anger, it's their frustration. And it takes a long time to reach that particular profundity. It is very, very difficult not to want to fight, not to want to get dejected, not to want to get down in the muck. And if you can just remember, it's not a mirror. It's not a reflection of you or anything you do. It's a window and how bad of a place that person is in. And if you can stop yourself and you can think about that and understand that, you're in a way better place. From there, what do we do to every single solitary one of them? By which I mean, how many did you delete today? And how many did I delete today? You had the morning shift. What did you get? 20, 25?
10, 20, 25, 30. I don't know. You know, and the thing is, and not only delete, how many people did we ban? Permanently ban from art storefronts. Permanently block. Okay? Because that's the next thing here. By the way, very well said on your part. Very, very well said, okay? With that window analogy. Yeah. But like in the early days of social media, I think a lot of people, like a lot of professionals thought like, I mean, even if you Google it, you're going to see nonsense articles that are like, you should respond to every comment. No, you should not. No, you should not. Coming from somebody who's built at very big businesses. Okay? Patrick, same thing. Okay? No, you should not. Do not engage them. Do not respond to them. If they are completely rude and negative, you delete it and you block them and you ban them from your entire ecosystem completely. That's how you deal with trolls, you guys. That's how all the professionals, the state-of-the-art technique right now today is anyone who's bringing negativity into your world, bye. See you later. You don't think about it. You don't talk about it. You don't let it affect you. It's always going to probably affect you a little bit.
Yeah, it's easier said
than done. Easier said than done. So we're all human, right? But the right thing is to be like, is to delete and block them so they're never on your stuff again. They just lost all the value that you are going to bring into the world, right? They lost that opportunity, and that is the best way to go.
I would also say early on, you know, I love analogies, so I got to come with a couple stories, whatever. Early on, I used to think of it as, you know, the scene in what's the movie? You were the Hot Gates and the Spartans. The new version that we just had. What is it called? I can't remember what the name of it is. You got to know what it
No,
is.
it was like, it was a number. It was a number, right? It was like 300.
300.
Right?
That's 300. That's right. Thank you. So, you know, when like the ambassador of the Persian king Xerxes is there and he offends him and there's the giant well there and the guy goes, this is Sparta, and kicks him in the butt and he goes down in the well. That's how I used to think about it. Okay. That was in my earlier days. Okay. This is a muscle like anything else, right? You have to be able to inure yourself and wall yourself off. Now, how I think about the troll comments is we're all on a boat. Okay. And the boat's steaming away like this. It's moving at a decent clip. And all of a sudden, this person gets up on your boat and they're yapping and they're yelling. You just push them right off the boat. You just push them off the boat, and then they're down there flapping in the water, going getting quieter at every second, and you just motor right past them. Just get them right off your boat. Get them right off your boat, push them off your boat, and keep moving. It's sad. They're in a bad place. Do not let it get you down. And the reason I said, I was like, Nick, we got to come on and we got to talk about this. One, I want to leave the video in the comment in the Facebook group. Two, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But it's never going away. It's not about you. It's happened to every single solitary artist or photographer we have. For whatever reason, these people think that somebody wants to hear their opinion. It is literally, remember, the window versus the mirror. It's just a window into who they are, and it's terribly sad. You can't let it get you down. That's much easier said than done. Like anything else, this takes a little bit of practice. You got to inure yourself. You got to wall yourself in.
And I gotta say that, like, over the years, when you have, like, going back to what you were saying at the beginning, when you have spent millions of dollars on ads, done unbelievable quantities of Facebook posts, call it impressions, right? Like gazillions of impressions over the years, whether through posts and ads on all the platforms, right? All of the platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I have to tell you that like the thing that's blown my mind is every time we would do a new post on something, you know, with a new artist or photographer, I'd be like, oh, this is the one. This is the one that's not going to get the trolls. There's no way. There's no way. This guy's like on the front page of this magazine, right? He's famous, world famous, and all that stuff. Nope, not at all. Trolls like a magnet. They're there again. This guy sucks. How did he make it? Blah, blah, blah. This gal is this. What is this? I mean, it is unbelievable. And over the years, it has totally taught me that, like, my goodness, like, do you know what it's really taught me? It's less about like, of course you got to ignore them and you delete and all that stuff. It has really, it's like actually like, and I'd love to hear your take on this. It's viscerally impacted me, like, on like the state of like humanity, like American society. Like, I've been like, I cannot believe that people like this exist. You know what I mean? Like, it's really shocked me. You know, Gary Vaynerchuk was the one. He's a famous marketer, you guys, and he's the one who said that. I'll never forget this. In one of his keynote speeches a couple years back, he said this line where he said, like, it was something like, you know, social media is not the problem, right? Like, it's not, everybody's like, social media, turn it off. It's like, it's exposing who we really are as human. You know, it exposes who that human being really is, because they can be this person behind the curtain and they can say whatever they want. And they'd never say it in real life, or, you know, they can be an anonymous person and just be rude. And like you said, like, I mean, these people are, there's something going wrong inside, but I never really understood how bad it was. It is really bad. It's really, really bad. And when you understand how bad it is, then you can really get the power to realize, like, I got to just let this stuff fly past me. Right? Delete it, ban the person, and move on. Done. Yeah. Like, we're literally, you guys, we are literally banning, like, I don't know, 5, 10 or so people a day from ever even watching one of these or getting any value from art storefronts ever again, because they are crossing the line and being so rude, okay, that we don't want them in our ecosystem. We don't want them ever commenting on something ever again, getting anybody down or negative or anything like that. And we don't want it either, right? Like, it's poison. Go to your troll areas. Exactly. It goes back to the inputs. Like, what inputs are you putting in your head? What are you allowing into your mind? I'm not allowing these people into our ecosystem, into our members ecosystem, right? Like for our private member, all of our private member resources, and all of you guys should be the same, right? So like whenever you get a troll on any of your comments or, you know, anywhere, don't engage them, delete it, ban them, block them, whatever it is on any platform, and move on.
Yeah.
And don't let it affect you. Just be like, that person, trust me, it's not a credible person, okay? Because when we have people who are trashing, literally trashing artists and photographers, and I'm not talking about like, oh, a few. I'm talking about every single one of them. Every single one of them that we ever use in our marketing. Every single one of them. And these people are selling hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. They're all successful.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It blows my mind. Doesn't matter who it is. It's just like, boom, the trolls will come on, you know? So it's not you, it's them, guys. It's not you, it's them.
It's not you, it's them. I've had a mentor in my life. Okay. He's essentially like a second dad, and, you know, in his 70s, hugely successful. Not that that matters, but like incredible life, known name, been through so much, great education, like just one of the most amazing dudes ever. And there's been multiple times where I've been having these conversations with him. And once it was, I had to tell him about a mutual friend that we had that did something completely despicable. You know him too, Nick, we're not gonna get into it. And got himself into so much trouble. And it was like a little bit of gossip. And I told him, because I was like, look, you're gonna hear this from somewhere else. I might as well tell you so you know. And I told him. And he called me the next day and he's like, I just want to let you know, I didn't tell my wife. And I wish you never would have told me that. I wish you never would have told me that. I didn't need to know that. I didn't want to.
I love that. That's the way that I feel.
If that I don't want to hear anything. Again, if that ever comes up again, don't let me know. And so this was like probably like 7 or 8 years ago. So it just manifested itself again 6 months ago. And this is like, you know, you get older and you get wiser. And it had to do with like what was going on with the riots and like some of the harassment these people were doing in the rioting capacity that was going on. And I was just so offended by what I was seeing. This wasn't protesting. This was just straight harassment of people for whatever reason they were doing it. And I was like, did you see this? I was like, you've got to see this. This is like cross the line times 11. He's like, don't send it to me. I don't want to see it. And it was so funny because it just reinforced like the inputs are everything.
Everything.
Learning to control them. Not easy. Takes time.
Hey, you just
delete them and move on and get them out of your life. And it's something that we all need to learn. It's a lifelong lesson, and it's just like keep going.
Do you know what the smartest people say? They say you have to be savage about your inputs. That's the word. That's the word. It's not like delicate. It's not like, hey, just you need to be savage. You need to savagely control your inputs. And you know, as somebody who spends a lot of time with me, right? Like there's like I've hit it right back at you where I'm like, stop, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything. Like nothing. Right? Like because I control the information that I'm trying to put in my head and that I want to listen to at any time. And I do this everywhere. I'm like, nope, don't want to hear it. It could be, you know, my mom or a family member calling about another family member to tell me something. Don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Doesn't matter, right? Like, I don't want the inputs, okay? Because I mean, it's you got to savagely control your inputs if you want your mind to be straight, right? Otherwise, you're bouncing around. You're not living like the life that you want to live. You're not going in the direction you want to go, trying to like achieving the goals that you want to achieve when you got all these inputs coming in and you're being influenced essentially all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's very subtle, but it happens, and it's a distraction. You just don't want those distractions, and so you just get them out. You have to savagely control these inputs from coming in at you.
Yeah, and like the example with the mentor I use, like you can just tell them straight up, like, look, I don't know, I don't care, I don't want to see them. And even Meg, so we've mentioned Meg a bunch of the podcast. She's a longtime customer, great friend, family at this point. We started using her as an ad early on, and she's got a tremendous amount of success, and she has a unique style and everything else fine. She did it automatically on her own. She's like, yep, my husband told me there were some comments on there. Don't care. Not going to see them. Done. You just took all their power away. You just took all the power away in one little swipe. So yeah, I think the savage is the right aspect to do it. Like, not going to bother me. Can't get in here. You're out. Boat keeps moving. You're gone.
Don't ever reply, guys. Yeah. Don't ever reply to these. Okay. Don't ever say, well, that's really rude or anything like that. Don't ever do that. Just get rid of them. Okay. Delete, block, ban, everything. Okay. Because you don't want to create these threads, right? A thread is like, it's gonna be like you say something back, and then all the person's gonna do, like, trust me, Facebook and Instagram, this is what their whole algorithm is based on. They're going to ping them and say, somebody replied to your post, right? And get them to come back. And that person's going to come back and then comment back to you. And this is exactly why these social media platforms, that we are on right now are dangerous in ways, right? Because they incentivize engagement, because engagement gets you back on the platform, okay? Spending more time. And their business model, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, is all about how much time every individual person is spending on the platform, because they want to sell more ads, okay? So they need your attention to sell more ads. And so if you want to understand what's wrong with our country, we're getting right at the crux of it. But yeah. Hey, we'll leave it there, right?
Do you want to see something meta that's just really, really funny? Okay.
I do.
Instagram, I'm going to have to enunciate this because you're not going to be able to see it. I've got a comment from Sadia here. Is the first comment on here an example, or is that a hater, a troll? And this is my response. Strange. I don't see it. I wonder what happened to him. Gone.
Did you already do that?
Already out of here. So
there was already a troll, and that person is banned, gone.
Done. See you.
Bye. Yeah. Hope you have fun with your life.
Yeah, one less one. Yeah. Again, so
have fun with your art business. Have fun with your life. You're not in our ecosystem anymore.
I'm really glad we did this, because again, like, I've been through every phase of it. Our whole job, like, it is like one of the most rewarding things. Is like, if you learn these things from the school of hard knocks and then you're able to impart the wisdom, like, don't even worry about it. Then you just move on and it's nothing, right? Like,
nothing.
You don't have to worry about it. You have the permission to say, see you later, delete. Don't even let it phase you. Don't even read their name. Just delete. Gone. Don't let it in. City walls up, gate down, focused on your marketing, just ship it, troll comments out.
Yep.
That's it, full stop.
Exactly, yeah. And look, I mean, I see enough artists and photographers like focused way too much on it. You know what I mean? Like, worried about it. It's look, do you know what's like an equivalent to this too? It's like the unsubscribe. Like, you get somebody who unsubscribes from your list. I have never seen a group of like our members at Art Storefronts. I have never seen a group of people more concerned about unsubscribes. I can't even believe it, Pat. It's like, if you are worried about unsubscribe, like, they don't have anywhere near enough. Nobody has enough emails on their list, enough leads, right? And they're worried about every single unsubscribe. I don't know what the deal is. I think MailChimp and some of these email platforms, because they're so worried about spam, right? Like, they turn on the unsubscribe notification by default. They turn it on by default. So everybody's getting an email every time somebody unsubscribes. It's literally like a shot across the bow to your like emotional state every time that happens, right? Literally the worst thing that you could do is have that feature on. Turn that thing off, okay? You don't want to know when anybody unsubscribes, and don't worry about it. Your job is not to manage the unsubscribes, guys. Your job is to provide as much value as you can in your emails and expand your list as big as it can possibly get. Trust me, okay?
Could you imagine if you were operating a retail store and you started freaking out every time somebody walked in the store and walked out of the store? That's what
you're flipping out.
That's what people do.
That's what people are doing. They're flipping out.
No big deal.
Yeah. They're like, hey, I thought this was the right store. I thought this had what I wanted. But you know what? You're cool. Like, I like what you're doing, but it's not really my thing. So I'm just going to unsubscribe. No big deal. Yeah. No big deal. It's like, it wasn't, you weren't offensive. Your last email wasn't offensive. You didn't do anything wrong. Let the people go. Like, no big deal. Focus on the inbound. Focus on filling the funnel, not on the 3 people that have unsubscribed. It's the wrong focus, right? But it's the same thing. It's sort of the same thing. It's focusing on the wrong things, right? Focusing on the trolls, bad thing. Focusing on the unsubscribes, very bad thing. Very, very bad thing. These are negative areas that should not take your time and energy. I mean, Pat, honestly, how many years has it been since you worried about an unsubscribe, since it was ever even mentioned? I'm serious. I want to say for me, it's over 15 years. 15. I can't even remember. It's got to be like the early years of like the 2000s. Like if you are focused on unsubscribes, guys, like just take it from the experts, take it from people who know, stop it. Don't ever talk about it again. Ever. Don't ever talk about it again.
It's boiling the ocean. And do you know who's perfect for the boiling the ocean job? The SS Sailboat. Okay? Because if you try to boil the ocean, you are running the SS Sailboat. You are never going to appeal your art, your photography to your entire list, to the entire room, to the entire world. And quite frankly, you shouldn't care about it. Okay? It's like going into the bar and seeing a room full of beautiful women and thinking you're gonna have conversations, you're gonna make connections, go with them all. You don't want that. You want this narrow little focus. Those people that are interested in what you do, that are going to love what you do, buy what you do. The bar analogy was a little off. I got to work on that one. Sometimes you fire from the hips, sometimes you hit it, sometimes it goes sideways. You got to practice reps and sets. But yes, it doesn't matter. The trolls, the unsubscribes, the inputs, the negativity in the inputs. Get it out. Get it out.
Negativity. Get it out. Get it out of the system. Yeah. And Kim Winbury, she said, I get abuse complaints. We all do. Yeah. We always have. We can't stop it. I could send an email. With like the most valuable thing, like literally the best secret advice thing ever for artists and photographers today, right? And we will get trolls, abuse complaints, everything. I mean, we get abuse complaints every single day, literally every day. Like it's a fact. I know it is. Okay, we get them every single day because I see these things come back. And you're like, you realize some of this stuff, it's like these people don't even know how to use a computer, right? Because we have a big unsubscribe button on every email. Like we do not try to hide it. It is there. It's in orange, like it's big. And people are like, you need to unsubscribe me. What is going on? You send too much email. And it's like, dude, click the button. We will never email you again. We don't want you in here if you don't want to be here, literally, because you're going to hurt our open rates. We want you out. If you want out, get out, please. Get out. You know what I mean? Like people think we want them on our list. I don't want you on our list. Do you understand? Like I always explain this, guys. The next closest people that you are going to close on a sale are not the people that are unsubscribing. It's the people that are on your list that are opening your emails, every once in a while, clicking on them, that just haven't bought anything yet. The people, like, that's who you want to focus on, right? Those are the people that matter. The people that are unsubscribing or are being trolly or whatever, they are so far out there that they should never even take an ounce of your thought.
God, it's so true. These things are so hard to learn early on too. And like, that's why I think both the trolls and the unsubscribes and all the negativity and the inputs, all of it just
Oh yeah, that's why this is a great session. I'm really happy about. Like, I was kind of like, is this really a good topic? Like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, Nick was like, you sure you want to do that? I'm like, no. Ash, but you're give me the bye, Felicia. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah. But like I can think about times early in my career, and I think a lot of people can resonate with this, and you can resonate with this. Like we all can. Like you get like a trolley comment, or some unsubscribes or whatever, some negativity thing, right? And then all of a sudden it hijacks your day. And you literally, you're either like all out of sorts, or you waste your entire day, maybe even multiple days, on something that doesn't even matter, right? Like nonsense. Like it just took you off your offense. You were on offense. You were on the right path, thinking the right way. And then all of a sudden you get a couple unsubscribes and you're like, whoa, what is this? Is it the email provider? Am I sending too much? Am I this? Am I that? And you're so worried about it.
I can't email for
another month. You can't email. Yeah, exactly. So then you don't email as much, and it's because of those two people who left your list, who are like Patrick's analogy. The people just walked out of the store. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? Like it didn't matter. Like it's not like they hate you. It's just part of the deal. People
are going to go out. They know where the store is.
Exactly.
They can the store at any time.
It's like an unsubscribe is like it's like misappropriate, like mischaracterized as like I hate you. Is like coming along with that unsubscribe. It's like anytime an artist or photographer sees it, it's like, I hate you, you're emailing and messaging too much, and that's what I think about you. It's like, no. They just like they're just, I don't want this email. This isn't really a right fit for me. Whatever. No big deal.
That's it. What do we have in terms of announcements? I've been on video for 9.5 hours today. I'm losing it.
My goodness. You know what? I'm exhausted too, but I will say, fourth quarter's right around the corner. Can't stop talking about it.
Ooh. Hey, what video?
Biggest art selling time of the year.
What video did we just release on Tuesday that was straight fire? What can I never stop talking about? Merchandising. What are the 6 media types? Just do it. Just humor me. Just humor me.
We're gonna have to change your middle name, Patrick Merchandising Shanahan.
What are the 6 media types every artist and photographer might have?
1 photo paper, 1 fine art paper.
Hold on. 1 photo paper, 1 fine art paper. Next.
1 canvas.
1 canvas.
Not 2.
Sorry.
1.
The green screen's gonna make it a little circusy. Sorry. Next.
1 metal.
1 metal. Check. Look, sometimes I just like to show what it looks like. Oh, acrylic. Have you ever seen acrylic? I love it. Look at that. Nice. Ready to hang. Anything else?
And wood.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I love that wood.
Nice little boat.
I love that wood. It's nice.
I mean, if I can get my merchandising in 14 seconds there, you guys can get it in too. Get your merchandising on. Anyway.
Yeah, so we've got this summer special that's ending soon at the end of the month. So it's been extended, and it's essentially like a get in before the fourth quarter, the biggest art selling time of the year. You know what I mean? Get your act together, get your stuff together. Biggest art selling time of the year. This is going to be the biggest ever. Okay, by far online. We've already seen that we've had Black Friday levels of sales every week since April, since COVID hit. All the demand has moved online for art. It's all there. So everyone that is participating in that market and building their skill set, you know what I mean? Doing their reps and sets, right? Like doing the marketing. That's what I'm saying. Doing the marketing and preparing for this. The marketing actually begins for Q4, okay, for the holidays at the beginning of October, okay? That is less than 30 days. It's
moving back earlier and earlier.
Like 21 days to October 1st. So get in gear. You cannot consider yourself a serious artist or photographer or anyone who's trying to make any money whatsoever if you are missing out at the biggest art selling time of the year when everybody's pulling out their wallets and the vast majority of the demand is getting sucked out of the market. And to every Art Storefronts member that's on this, you know, I have to just motivate you guys and encourage you, because get mentally prepared to merchandise. You won't stop.
I'll leave it at that.
Stop. Yeah, to mentally get prepared that, you know, I know everybody's lazy. right? Like you haven't done as much marketing as you've wanted to, probably. Some of you not, but many of you are like, you know what? I've kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I've been a little spotty with my marketing. This is not the time to do that. This is the time to get mentally prepared, get yourself do some meditation, start working out, whatever it is, get your mind ready, right? Like I'm thinking about Rocky in my mind, like running up the steps, This is the time to be a winner and execute as well as you can starting right now, okay? To have a great fourth quarter. You'll be really proud of yourself because if there's one time to do it, it's now, right? It's now and it's for the rest of the year. So, when the time is there, right? Like when things are good, that's when you should be spending the most of your time and really put the effort in. So I'm really encouraging you guys to do that and get your mindset ready. Tell your family members, friends, whatever, hey, I'm going to be working on this stuff. This is what I'm going to be doing. Like I got to make this stuff happen.
Do not share that code on Facebook. Do not share that code on Facebook. No one give that code to Paula. I got to keep stopping him. I mean, this is how I know I'm getting effective with my marketing. That code is for you guys and not for everyone.
It's for members only.
That stays inside. Do not publish that code. Sorry to yell, but sorry. So people were asking, some of them are not customers, like if you're on Facebook, go to the merchandising video on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, go to the merchandising video on Instagram. Why am I banging the drum on this thing nonstop? I'll probably make my dog bark. Because the low-hanging fruit of you guys getting all of the media types is massive. You guys talking about the media types, educating yourselves, and merchandising is going to tick every box. Okay, I am compensated based on your level of success. I believe that this is the number one thing that you need to be doing to go towards success. I believe you need to have this before you have a website, before you have a social profile, before you have an email list. If you're going door to door, Nick, and selling knives, what would you have with you?
I might have the knives.
You might have the knives. If you're selling your art or your photography, Nick, what would you have with you?
The actual finished piece of art or photography.
Did I show you what they look like? Did I show you? I'm done. Okay.
You're done.
I'm not going to keep pounding the thing, but it will change the game for you guys. I'm already seeing it. I've seen more success, okay, in the past couple of weeks. Art Storefronts customers, you have to back me up on this. Between the live art shows, okay, and the flash sales that we've taught and all the techniques, and obviously a huge component of that is having the finished product. I have not seen this level of success from people that are just getting started till down the line ever, full stop. I've never seen a technique that's working this well. The live selling, if you have your samples, if you have your merchandise, is the elevator on the ground floor. Doors are closing on floor 1. How high it goes, I don't know, but I've never seen anything like it. That's it, I'm done.
Paula, the discount code for Art Storefronts members to get a discount on the prints, okay? It was discussed in the private member session yesterday, okay? So if you go to the art marketing calendar or the workshops in the vault, then you can watch that session. Just fast forward it, fast forward past the beginning. Right when Patrick and I come on, we start talking about merchandising. We specifically talk about the discount code and where to make that happen. Okay, so you could track that down in like 1 minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Carolyn's asking on Facebook, is this software? And I sat there and I thought about it. I was like, actually, Carolyn, it's quite a lot. Today, it's therapy.
Quite a lot.
It's therapy. It's internet tradecraft. It's how to kick trolls off your boat. It's merchandising. It's software, and it's sales. It's a little bit of a mixed bag here. A little bit of a mixed bag on a Wednesday. That's what it is. A little bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, Carolyn, we as a company, Art Storefronts, provide proper art gallery website, number 1. Number 2, ongoing art business marketing consulting to help you get more eyeballs on your art, more, email subscribers on your list, followers, and sales, in the doors. That's what we do. If you're interested, go to artstorefronts.com and check it out. The rest of you who have been around for a little bit, if you want to learn more about Art Storefronts, request a demo. That's the next step. The next step is to request a demo. There's a link in the post, or you can always go to our website. There's always a button in the upper right-hand corner that says request a demo. And then one of our team members will reach out to you, show you everything, including all the details about pricing and everything else.
Customers, Facebook, warm ads, playbook tomorrow. It's a big one. It's a big one. And guess what? It's going to be a big one this week, big one next week, week after that, all the way to Q4. Got to have those warm ads in the water if you meet the criteria. All right, that's it. Party's over. Thanks.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Just say no to trolls. Just say no to trolls. It is a window and not a mirror.